Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Conceptual Genetics and Breeding. In this video, we will discuss about two type of characters which are found in organisms. One is quantitative characters and another one is qualitative characters. So in this video, we will discuss different features of quantitative characters and qualitative characters, and also we will discuss the differences between these two type of characters. So first of all, what are quantitative characters? So quantitative characters are those characters which are governed by many genes, or we can say that these characters are also known as polygenic characters. So basically, when a particular character it is governed by or controlled by many genes, okay, sometimes 10 gene, 20 gene, or maybe 30 or more than 100 genes may also involve for the inheritance of a single character or for the phenotypic expression of a single character. So those characters for which several genes are present in the genome or in the chromosomes of a particular organism, those characters are known as quantitative characters or polygenic characters. And example of such characters in case of plant is grain yield, plant height, and maybe the leaf length, leaf width, all those characters basically which are measured in terms of quantity. Okay, so these characters like plant height, it can be measured in centimeter. Okay, suppose this is the plant, so we can measure its height in centimeter or in meter. We can measure the plant height. Also the grain yield means how much a plant is yielding. Suppose a single plant is giving us 20 gram of seed, okay, or we can say the grains. So this is measured in terms of grams. So when a particular character is measurable, okay, then this character is known as quantitative character. And also these characters are governed by, are controlled by several genes, and these genes can be divided into major genes and minor genes. So the inheritance of these characters, the quantitative characters, it is basically studied in terms of quantitative genetics or biometrical genetics. So a separate branch of genetics is there to study about the inheritance of these quantitative characters. So these characters, they are studied in terms of quantitative genetics or biometrical genetics, and in this quantitative or biometrical genetics we use mean, variances, covariances, etc. So basically these characters, they are studied in the form of mean, calculation of variances and covariances, and several other parameters. So basically these genes, they are the several genes which controlled the quantitative characters. The expression of quantitative characters, they are divided into major genes and minor genes. So major genes are those genes which are having a major or big contribution in the total phenotypic expression of a character. They are known as major gene. Suppose 10 genes, they are involved for a single character. Say for example plant height. So in case of plant height, for example, 10 genes are there present in the plant. So these genes, they will give out of these two gene, these 10 gene, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, some expression was given by this, some expression was given by this gene, some expression was given by this gene, and in total suppose these 10 genes, they are giving us 70, or we can say 100 centimeter plant height. So suppose this is a plant, it is having 100 centimeter height. So this 100 centimeter height is the total phenotypic expression. because we are seeing the plant and we have measured the plant height, and we have found out that 100 centimeter this plant is having 100 centimeter plant height. So for this 100 centimeter plant heights, there are 10 genes present in case of plant. So for example, out of these 10 genes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these genes are giving us maximum expression, for example, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, these genes are giving us minor expression. For example, all these genes together, they are making 100 centimeter plant height. So for example, this gene is giving us 15 centimeter plant height or 15% expression. Again, this gene is giving us 15% expression. This gene is giving us 10% expression. This is giving us 20% expression. Okay, and this is giving us again 20% expression. So these 5 genes, they are the major contributor into the plant height. So if you will add these, this will be 15, 15, 30, then 40, 50, 60 and 70, 80. So total 80% expression is governed by these 5 genes. So we can say that 80 centimeter plant height is governed by these 5 genes, and less remaining 5 genes, their contribution in the expression is only 20%. So these are minor genes because their contribution in the expression is very less, and the initial 5 genes, they are major contributors into the plant height, into the character, so they are known as major genes. So basically we have defined major genes as the genes having a major or big contribution into the total phenotypic expression of the character, while the minor genes are basically those genes having a minor or less contribution into the total phenotypic expression of the characters. Okay, so the genes which are govern the quantitative characters, they can be categorized into major genes and minor genes. Here these are the example of quantitative character. Plant height, it is a quantitative character. Grain yield and eye color in case of human. In case of human skin color, human eye color, these are the example of quantitative characters because they are governed by many genes. Second is qualitative characters. So basically qualitative characters, what are qualitative characters? Those characters which are governed by one gene or a small number of genes, they are known as qualitative characters. Okay, and these qualitative characters, they can be monogenic or oligogenic characters. So example of these qualitative characters are flower color, leaf arrangement, etc. So if a qualitative character, it is governed by a single gene, then it is known as monogenic character. Okay, but if a qualitative character, it is governed by a small number of genes, maybe usually it is the less than 10 number of genes are involved, then this character is known as oligogenic character. So when a single gene is governed the character, controlled the character, then it is monogenic character. When less than 10 number of genes are involved, the character is known as oligogenic character. And these characters, they are studied in terms of Mendelian genetics. So we all know in the form of ratios and frequencies. So we all know that Mendel studied 7 characters in case of P, and he gave the laws of inheritance. And in case of monohybrid cross, when we study a single character, say for example flower color. Okay, so flower color, it is a qualitative character. And in case of when we study flower color, in the F2 you observe 3:1 ratio. Okay, so these characters are studied in the form of frequencies and ratios. Okay, if we made crosses between capital R, small r means red color and white color flower. In case of F1, all the plants will be red color, and having genotype capital R, small r. Okay, this is F1, all will be red. But when you self pollinate the F1 plant, in case of F2 you will observe three type of plant: capital R, capital R, capital R, small r, and small r, small r, in the ratio 1:2:1. This is the genotypic ratio, and phenotypic ratio will be 3:1. Means 3 will be red and 1 will be white. So these type of characters, they are studied in the form of ratios or frequencies. So those characters which are governed by single gene or a small number of genes, they are known as qualitative characters. So these are the some of the example of qualitative characters, like flower color. We have already said that flower color it is a qualitative character because it is governed by single gene. And second character is leaf arrangement of plants, like alternate leaves, one leaf, after that in another direction second leaf will be there, then in first direction third leaf will be there. This type of arrangement is known as alternate type. Opposite type means in the opposite side two leaf will be there on each leaf axil. Okay, and in whorl type four leaf will be arranged in each corner from a single point. So this character leaf arrangement, it is also a qualitative character. Then these are some of the example of qualitative characters and quantitative characters in case of plants. Qualitative characters include leaf arrangement, leaf type, leaf base, leaf attachment on the stem, bloom type means flower type, flowering type, stigma and style type, calyx and corolla color. Okay, and quantitative characters, they include leaf length and leaf width, because length, either it is leaf length or it is leaf width, it can be measured in terms of centimeter, in terms of millimeter. So this is a quantitative character. Corolla length and width, again it is measured, it is a measurable character, we can measure the character, so it is also a quantitative character. Plant height, stem length, grain yield, stigma and style length, and sepals length. So these characters, they are quantitative characters. Okay, these are the example of quantitative and qualitative characters in case of plant. Okay, so these are the features, or we can say the differences between quantitative and qualitative characters. So first of all, first feature is number of genes involved. So we can differentiate quantitative and qualitative characters on the basis of number of genes involved. In case of quantitative characters, many genes, or we can say several genes, are involved, while in case of qualitative characters one or few genes are only involved. Okay, so they are popularly known as, quantitative characters are known as polygenic characters, while qualitative characters are known as either monogenic or oligogenic characters. If single gene is involved, then they are known as monogenic characters. If few genes are involved, or we can say less than 10 number of genes are involved, the character is known as oligogenic character. Then third feature is effect of a single gene on the character. So we have already discussed that in case of quantitative characters, because many genes are involved, sometimes 20, 30, 40 or 100 genes are involved, so each gene has a small effect on the characters. Okay, but here if a single gene involved, for example in case of qualitative character, it will all have large effect on single gene. Okay, because if only one gene is involved, then 100% involvement or 100% effect of will be of that single gene. If two genes are involved, 50% effect of one gene and 50% effect of another gene. So each gene will be a major gene in case of qualitative character, and each gene will have large effect. Okay, so again next feature is influence of the environment. So in case of quantitative character, because many genes are involved, so they are largely influenced by external environment. We all know that genes, they interact with the external environment. Okay, they interact with the environment, and this is known as G into E interaction, means genes into environment interaction. So basically, because here many genes are there, so effect of environment on each gene will be there. So ultimately large effect of environment will be there. So these characters, they are largely influenced by the environment, while qualitative characters, because only one gene or few genes are there, so very less influence of external environment will be there. So basically these characters, they will very less influence of the external environment. Then next character is stability. Because they are largely influenced by the environment, they will be less stable. While qualitative characters, they have very less influence of the external environment, or we can say very less effect of the external environment, so they will be very stable. Okay, again variability, they will show high variability, quantitative characters, because many genes are there. Due to the presence of many genes, they show high variability, while due to the presence of less number of genes and less effect of the environment, they will show very less variability. Okay, next character, measurement. Quantitative characters are measured in the form of mean, variance and covariance, while qualitative characters, they are measured in terms of ratios and frequencies. We can not quantify them, we cannot measure them, we can only categorize them in the form of ratios and frequencies. The characters, quantitative characters, they are studied in terms of quantitative genetics or biometrical genetics, while qualitative characters, they are studied in the form of Mendelian genetics. Phenotypic distribution, here continuous distribution will be there, so we cannot categorize in clear-cut phenotypic classes. Quantitative characters, they cannot be categorized into clear-cut phenotypic class. Like for example, qualitative characters, their phenotypic distribution is discrete, or we can say stable type of phenotypic distribution, and we can categorize these characters into clear-cut phenotypic classes. Like for example, flower color. In F2, you will observe capital R, capital R, capital R, small r, small r, small r. 1:2:1 ratio. It will be red. Again, this will again be red, and this will be white. So we can categorize 3 will be red and 1 will be white. So 3:1 ratio we can categorize. Clear cut categorization will be there in case of qualitative characters. But in case of quantitative characters, we cannot categorize plants or animals in case of quantitative characters. And last examples include quantitative characters are grain yield, plant height or body size in domestic animals. These are the example of quantitative characters. And also in our previous slide we have already seen several examples of quantitative as well as qualitative characters in case of plants. And qualitative characters, seed color, flower color, so all those characters which we can categorize, okay, or we can categorize, or we have to study those in terms of ratios and frequencies. Those characters are qualitative characters. So these are some of the important features of quantitative and qualitative characters. So this is all about quantitative and qualitative characters. Thank you so much.